Hey everyone, today we're going to demystify statistical analysis. We're going to show you how to unlock the powerful insights hiding in your data. And you know what the best part is? It's not going to cost you a single dime. So picture this. You've done all the hard work. You've collected your data. You're basically sitting on a goldmine of information. But then you hit a wall. And that wall is usually the crazy price tag on statistical software. Well, what if I told you that you already have everything you need to get started? For free. Right now.
Okay, so let's get right into it. A lot of research really just boils down to a simple comparison. Is this new teaching method actually better than the old one? Did our new program make a difference? That's where a t-test comes in. It's this fantastic tool that helps us compare the averages of groups to see if the difference we're seeing is a real meaningful one, or if it could have just been a random fluke. So, let me introduce you to the heroes of our story today, JASP and Jamovi. These are two absolutely incredible pieces of software. Not only are they completely free, but they're also designed to be super user-friendly with a simple point-and-click interface. Seriously, they take all the scary stuff out of stats so you can just focus on what matters, your data and your questions.
All right, here's our game plan. First, we'll take a quick look at the tools. Then, we're going to walk through two super common tests, the one-sample t-test and the paired samples t-test. After that, and this is crucial, we'll talk about checking your assumptions. And finally, we'll learn how to actually read and understand what the results are telling you. Sound good? Let's do it. So yeah, the main point here is that you just don't need an expensive subscription to do professional level analysis anymore. JASP and Jamovi give you all the power you need, and we're about to see just how simple they make it. First up, the one-sample t-test. So when would you use this thing? Well, imagine you want to know if the average test score in your class is any different from the national average. This test is your absolute go-to for comparing the average of your one group against some known number. Okay, let's fire up JASP. Once you've got your data loaded, it's literally a four-step process. You're going to click t-tests, then one sample t-test. Drag the variable you care about over to the variables box, make sure student test is selected, and then just type in that number you're comparing against in the test value box. And boom, that's it. 4 clicks and JASP knows exactly what to do. It's so easy. Now let's switch gears and look at Jamovi, and you're going to notice something. It's pretty much identical. You click the Analyzes tab, go to t-tests, then one sample t-test. You move your variable over, this time it's called dependent variables, select students test, and pop in your test value. This is what's so cool about them. Once you learn one, you basically already know how to use the other. Okay, now for our next tool. The paired samples t-test. This one is perfect for all those before and after studies. For example, did a group's stress levels go down after they tried a meditation app for a month? You're measuring the same group twice, and this test tells you if that change you saw is statistically significant. Heading back into JASP, the process is just as clean. You'll click on t-tests, then paired samples t-test. This time, instead of just one variable, you'll grab your two related ones, like score before and score after, and move them together into the variable pairs box. Just make sure student is selected. And that's it. JASP pairs them up and does all the heavy lifting for you in a split second. And over in Jamovi, you guessed it, it's that same simple logic. You go to Analyzes, then t-tests, and paired samples t-test. You select your two related variables, move them into the paired variables box, click students test, and you're good to go. The consistency is just fantastic, right? Okay, everybody, listen up, because this is probably the most critical step in the whole process. See, just running a test isn't enough. You've got to make sure you're running the right test. This is where checking your assumptions comes in. It's the step that makes sure your conclusions are actually valid and that you can trust them.
So the main assumption for the standard t-test we've been using is something called normality. And that sounds way more complicated than it is. All it means is we're checking to see if your data is distributed in that classic bell-shaped curve. And here's the best part. Both JASP and Jamovi make this super simple. It's usually just a single checkbox in the options menu called Normality. One click.
So what do you do with that normality check? This slide lays it out perfectly. If the assumption is met, meaning your data looks like a nice bell curve, you just stick with the student's t-test we've been talking about. But if it's violated, don't panic. You simply switch to a different test called the Wilcoxon signed rank test. Think of it as the t-test's cousin, one that's designed for data that isn't so perfectly shaped. And it's an option right there in the menu in both programs. Okay, so you've run the correct test. The software spits out this big table full of numbers. What in the world does it all mean? Let's break down how to read the results and find the actual story that your data is trying to tell you. First off, don't get overwhelmed by all the numbers. In the options menu, you really just need to check a few boxes. You're looking for these key things: effect size, which tells you how big the difference actually is; the confidence interval, which gives you a realistic range for that difference. You'll want descriptives, which are just your basic stats like the average, and some descriptive plots are always helpful to actually see your data. You'll also want to grab the mean difference or the location parameter. That's just the specific number summarizing the change you found. And this brings us to a really, really important point. A t-test can tell you if a result is statistically significant, which basically means it's probably not due to random chance. But that doesn't tell you if it's practically important. That's where effect size and confidence intervals are so valuable. Effect size tells you the size of the finding, and the confidence interval gives you that plausible range. These two numbers tell you the real-world story. And that's it. Just like that, you are now totally equipped to perform two of the most common, most useful statistical tests out there. You can now compare a group to a known value, and you can measure change over time, all using free, intuitive, professional software. That is an incredibly powerful new skill to have. So we'll end on this thought. We've just handed you the tools and the map. The power to turn raw data into real discovery is now literally at your fingertips. So the only real question left is, what are you going to explore first? What questions are you going to answer?